And what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Acceleracers Hub for another video. It is finally time. As I warned you guys on Monday, it is time for the gigantic sales clip dump in this video. We have just an absolute ton of sales clips to go through. This video is probably gonna be at least 20 to 25 minutes long, maybe longer. I have like a month and a half's worth of sales clips to post that I've been sort of pretty lazy about editing and smashing into a video for you guys, but that is what we're doing today. So for those of you guys that love these sales videos, sit back, set the video to 2x speed and enjoy. Let's jump into these sales clips. And next up, we sold a big lot of heavily worn Acceleracers cars, including a duplicate Nitrium. So it was DriftTech, Iridium, Synchro, Nitrium, Baseline, another DriftTech, RDO6, Nitrium, and Spinebuster. And honestly, these cars were probably in a little bit better than heavily worn condition, but I got a little bit lazy when I was listing them, and I was running real low on these cars anyway, so I decided just to list them all as heavily worn. But anyway, somebody probably got a pretty good deal on it. The total on this order was $53 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold a lot of 2 Hyperpods that I had listed up on my page for a while. This was the Dual Driller Hyperpod and the Harpoon Hyperpod, both of which were the ones that came with the rarer cars, which were the Acceleron style Shredster and the Acceleron style Sinistro, which honestly are 2 pretty sweet car models, honestly. They were 2 of my favorites as a kid when I used to play with my Hot Wheels, but I can never remember where I got them from. And then when I got older and saw these in the Hyperpod packaging, it all made sense. But anyways, both of these are going out to a return buyer for a grand total of $195 even. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And the last purchase of the day was this carded Highway 35 Corvette Stingray. Definitely one of the sweetest cars in the line, even though I did not rate it all that highly in my rankings. But you know, that's just a personal preference there. Anyways, the total on this order was $153 even to a return buyer. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. Definitely a pretty rare car. And next up, we sold another carded Highway 35 car. I've been slowly starting to sell through the sets that I have. This time it was the Dune Rats Crazy 8s. Definitely one that shot up in value a lot. It's probably the one that's valued at the highest on eBay right now. It's definitely shot up faster than most of the other ones for whatever reason. Because from what I understand, most of the team leader cars were some of the more common cars in the line. But for whatever reason, Crazy 8 shot up a lot faster than the rest of them. So total on this order was $73 even to a new buyer. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. All right, let's go through the sales from over the weekend. First things first, we sold another lot of 22 lightly played to heavily played cards. These are selling very, very quickly, almost as quickly as I can get them listed on my page. But the total on this one was $25 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold a Gen 2 Series Acceleracharged Anthracite car. This was the second to last one that I had in stock. Package is actually still a little bit dusty. I need to dust it off before I ship it out. But the second to last one that I have in stock, great looking car. Total on this order was $54 even to another return buyer. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And then yet another carded car. This one was a Highway 35 carded Dodge Charger RT. Definitely one of the cooler paint jobs. I'm a really big fan of the maroon and yellow. It really makes it pop. Kind of wish more of the Scorchers cars had the maroon on it, but maybe maroon and black would have looked cooler than maroon and yellow. I don't know. I really do like the color scheme on it though. So the total on this order was $67 even to a return buyer. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we have a bunch of loose mint car orders. Let's go ahead and go through them real quick. So the first order was a CM6 Blackwing Synchro and my last CM5 riveted that I have in stock for the moment. Total on this order was $35 even once you include shipping. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up was 3 loose mint cars, which were a CM6 Orange Wing DriftTech, a CM6 Blackwing Synchro, which I think was the last one that I have in stock for the moment, and then a CM6 Jackhammer. So great looking group of cars there. The total on this order was $40 even to a return buyer. So thanks for that purchase. And then the last order from over the weekend was 2 more loose mint cars, which were a CM6 Jackhammer and a CM6 Ratified. And I'm actually starting to run a little bit low on Ratified, surprisingly. At one point I had like 50 of these and I never thought I'd get rid of them, but they're starting to sell through pretty quickly lately. I think mostly people use them for wheel donor cars for customs. But anyways, total on this order was $22 even to a new buyer. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold a lot of 4 loose, lightly worn cars. Running real low on these now. It was Acceleum, DriftTech, Synchro, and Baseline. One interesting thing here, this Acceleum actually had a gap in the paint on the side. It's definitely not chipped or broken because both pieces are rounded and smooth, but definitely something interesting that I haven't seen before. So interesting little error there on the Acceleum, but the total on this order was $30 even to a new buyer. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold a carded Highway 35 Wild Thing. I only think I have one of these left at the moment, or actually this might have been the last one. I'm not gonna remember off the top of my head. Definitely an interesting looking car model. I am not a huge fan, but definitely unique, that's for sure. So Wild Thing is gone. Total on this order was $96 even to a new buyer. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. All right, guys, next up, more Highway 35 cars selling. We sold a carded Highway 35 twin mill. Definitely one of my favorite models from the Road Beast team. Power Rocket's probably my favorite Road Beast car, but I'm not gonna lie, twin mill is right there behind it. I know some people say it's overused and all that. But anyways, total on this order was $37 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And then we sold 2 near intimate Acceleracers cards, which were my last copy of Stone Colossus, so we're out of stock there, and a copy of Grappler Claw. The total on this order was $11 even to another return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold 2 more near mint cards, which were my last copy of Frictionless and a copy of Lightning Rod. A lot of out of stocks lately in the Acceleracers, that's for sure. Total on this order was $11 even again to another return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold 2 more carded Highway 35 cars, including 2 of my favorites, which were Slingshot and Aeroflash. Aeroflash, definitely one of the rarer cars in the set, probably in the top 8 or 9 most expensive for sure. And can't say enough about the Street Breed team. They definitely have the best lineup of cars out of all of them. I mean, the Wave Rippers do have some pretty cool ones too, but you can't go wrong with Aeroflash, Slingshot, Side Draft, 24/7, you just can't beat that. So anyways, total on this order was $190 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And wrapping it up for today, the last order was an RDO1 version 2 hollow card. I only have 2 of these left in stock, I believe, so if you're missing them, get them quickly. I am out of stock on RDO2 version 2 right now, but I have 2 more of these. So the total on this order was $29 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. All right, next up we sold another lot of 7 loose, lightly worn Acceleracers cars, running real low on these at the moment, but it was a Synchro Purple Spine Buster, a Nitrium that is actually the gloss silver variation, or that's what I call the shiny one, not the flat silver. Then we have a Baseline, an RDO6, a Drift Tech, and an Anthracite to wrap it up. Total on this order was $59 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. Next up, we sold the last Gen 2 Acceleracharged Anthracite that I had in stock. I only have 1 Gen 2 car left, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's an RDO6. Or this may have been the last one. I'm not sure off the top of my head. If I do have another one, it's just that RDO6 left. But great looking car here. And the same buyer also purchased this Ultimate Track 3-pack that I bought a while ago for like 15 bucks. And I never got around to listing it because after I bought it, I didn't really know the value of it. And it looked like most of them were going for about 15 to 20 bucks. So I thought it was a bad purchase. So I just held on to it for a little bit, and turns out the prices on these raised up a little bit, so I was able to sell it for like 38 bucks, I think. So not too bad, just had to hang on to it for a couple months. So the total on this order was $97 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold 2 more lots of 22 lightly played, heavily played cards. These suckers are selling pretty quickly these days. Total on this order was $55 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold yet another carded Highway 35 car, which was the Dune Rats El Camino. Definitely one of my favorite cars in the set. I believe I had this one in my top 10 when I did my ranking video. I'm a big fan of El Camino. I like the high spoiler on the back. I think it really gives it kind of a unique character, and just looks like it could win some races, man. But the total on this order was $61 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold another Highway 35 car, which was a carded Slingshot from the Street Breed team. Definitely one of my top 5 favorite models from the line. Just a big fan of Slingshot all the way around. And these Highway 35 cars are really starting to pick up speed as far as the sales pace goes. They are selling very quickly now. Total on this order was $58 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. And next up, we sold another Highway 35 car, which was a carded split window Vet, one of the rarer cars on the Scorchers team. I wouldn't really consider it a rare car in the set, but probably more in the uncommon range, up there with the muscle tone most likely. But anyways, total on this order was $75 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. All right, guys, next up, we had a whole flurry of Accelerator sales. So first things first, we sold a Highway 35 Dior 2. This one did have the rubber band snapped on it, but the surfboards were still magically attached to it. We'll see if they're still attached when they arrive at the buyer, but at least he knows they're in the package for sure. So total on this order was $51 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. And next up, we sold another one of the big boys from the Highway 35 line, which was the Road Beast Vulture. I think I have one of these left that I'll be listing before too long. But you never know, I might just hang on to it because Vulture is one of my favorite cars from the line. It looks absolutely sick. Love the paint job on it. But the total on this order was $125 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. Next up, we sold 3 loose mint Acceleracers cars, which were a CM6 RDO6, a CM6 Baseline, and a CM6 Orange Wing Drift Tech. Great looking group of cars there. Total on this order was $41 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we had a pretty big variety purchase. It was 3 loose mint cars, which were a CM6 Nitrium, a CM6 Anthracite, and a CM6 purple spine buster. These have been disappearing pretty quickly off of eBay recently. For a while there were sellers that had, 40 and 50 of them, but now they seem to be running a little scarce. So same buyer also purchased 2 Highway 35 cars, which were a carded Slingshot and another carded Diora 2. So 2 Diora 2s moving in the same day, and I think I have one more left, but it might actually be on hold for a buyer, I'm not sure. So the total on this order for all of these items was $162 even. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. All right, bunch of sales to go through from over the weekend. So first things first, we sold a lot of 6 near mint cards, which were Hardened Underbelly, Torqued Riveted, Pulse Emitter, 2D, Gyro Stabilizer, and Guts. All of these going out to a return buyer. The total in this order was $24 even, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold a lot of 18 lightly played to near mint condition International Edition Acceleracers cards. So 18 different international cards here. These are the full art cards, which are honestly preferred by some people. You can make posters out of them. I know some people put a bunch of them together and sort of just frame them. They look pretty cool. I've seen a couple in these big dioramas, but pretty cool looking cards. I bet, I'm not sure if the Realm cards are international or not. I really don't know. I want to say tentatively that some of the Realm cards are international edition, but those would probably be the coolest looking cards if they were. But anyways, total in this order was $35 even to a return buyer. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we had another lot of near mint cards. This was 10 total cards, which were some uncommon ones. So let's flip through them. It was Toxic Gators, Rocket Socket Hyperpod, Vector Magnesium, Ice Shrapnel, Black Ice, a lot of Ice and Blizzard Realm love there. Then we got Suspension Enhancers, probably the most OP card in the card game, Sandspeed, RDO8 version 2, Hack Mimic, and Navigator. Total on this order was roughly $55, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold 3 more loose mint cards, which were a CM6 Blackwing Synchro, a CM6 Baseline, and a CM6 Purple Spinebuster. Purple Spinebuster is still in very high demand, it seems, and just about anytime somebody buys a Synchro from me, there's normally a Baseline included in the lot as well. They're just sort of like a tag team duo. You've got to get them both at the same time because they just complement each other very well. Total on this order was $49 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. All right, guys, let's go through the orders from today. So first things first, we sold 2 more lots of 22 lightly played to heavily played condition cards. The total on this order was $54 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold another one of the big boys from the sheet of uncut 3D foil cards. It was a 3D foil RDO9 version 2 card. Definitely an underwhelming card art on this card. They could have done a lot more with it compared to, how detailed Hyper Synchro, Torque Jackhammer, some of the other ones are. This one was just kind of a letdown. It's like they just needed to finish one more 3D foil card and they just sort of slapped this one together. But the total value that the buyer paid for this card was $215 even to a return buyer. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. It was a little bit discounted because it had some scuffing, as you can see. There's a couple of spots on the card and a couple long scratches. Yep, there you can see the scratch in the light. So anyways, $215 even. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we had another order of loose mint condition cards going out to a new buyer, which was a CM6 Ratified, a CM6 Powerbomb, and a CM6 Orange Wing Drift Tech. Total on this order was $33 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we had a mixed bag purchase, which was a carded Highway 35 Ballistic on a pretty mint card. I'm not gonna lie, it had a little bit of wear on it, little scuffs and scratches, but ooh, definitely a little dusty. I need to dust it off before I ship it. But the Highway 35 cards, I wish they would have packaged the Acceleracers cards in a similar fashion. Just these packaging is so much more durable than the Acceleracers packaging. I mean, these suckers are pretty stout, whereas the AR blisters pretty much bend like instantly. The second you touch them, they start falling apart. So it was a Highway 35 Ballistic and then 2 loose mint cards, which were a CM6 RDO6 and a CM6 Baseline. There's just something about a loose mint Baseline that's just absolutely gorgeous. So the total on this order was $53 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. All right, guys, we've got some sales to go through from over the weekend, including a lot of loose mint cards. Let's jump into the first order. It was my last CM6 Jackhammer, a CM6 Baseline, and a CM6 Blackwing Synchro. Like always, Synchro and Baseline move as a pair. They almost never sell individually. It's always a duo. And this time we had Pork Chop tossed in there for good measure. So the total on this order was $47 even to a new buyer. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. Next up, we sold a sort of mixed lot. It was one loose mint CM5 ratified, and then 3 lightly played, moderately played cards, which were 2 CM5 spine busters and a CM5 ratified. Just some decals, scuffs and scratches on these. These spine busters, man, if I ever find spine busters loose, they are almost always beat to shreds. I shouldn't say beat too bad, because I mean, the decals are still pretty much intact. There's just, they always seem to have like this oily look to them every time I find them in lots. It's just the way it goes, I guess, with spine busters. But the total on this order was $46 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold a near mint to mint copy of the Wind Realm. This was my last Wind Realm that I had in stock. Definitely a cool little card art on it. I've always wondered, is that supposed to be reverb down in the bottom corner of this card? Because it kind of looks more like a mix between high voltage or power rage, honestly. It's definitely an interesting looking vehicle there. But the total on this order was $9 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold a loose mint purple spine buster. Actually, we sold 2 of these separately. So it was 2 separate purple spine busters going to 2 different people, and total on both orders were $18 even. So thanks for those purchases. Hopefully you enjoy. And then we sold yet another 3D foil card. This was the mint condition copy of Torque Jackhammer. And it's funny, Torque Jackhammers always seem to have a scuff right here on the right on the very corner of the wheel well and the hood. It's just a pretty common little defect in these Torque Jackhammer cards. I've noticed it, I think, in I've probably had maybe 7 or 8 different Torque Jackhammers in my possession, and I'd say probably 4 or 5 of them have all had the same exact scuff in the same exact spot. So definitely an interesting little defect there. But this is going out to a buyer who I believe is just sort of getting started with the Acceleracers card collection. So definitely making a point to knock out some of the harder to find cards first. But total on this order was $222 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold yet another lot of 22 lightly played, heavily played cards. This one included an RDO 5 version 2 card. Total on this lot was $29 even to a new buyer, I believe, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we had quite the variety lot of cards. So these were all played condition cards. It was a foil Torque spine buster. I absolutely love the picture on this card. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Then we sold a foil bootlegger reverse card, a foil RDO 1 version 2 card, then a damaged condition copy of RDO 9, real nasty crease across it, then a copy of RDO 5, which is also in pretty beat up condition. Honestly, these team bags are a little dusty too, honestly. You can tell they've been in my inventory for quite some time. And then the same buyer also purchased a lot of 22 lightly played to heavily played condition cards. Total on all of these cards together was $81 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. All right, guys, so the sales from yesterday. First things first, we sold a Highway 35 carded Power Rocket, one of my favorite cars in the line. It's probably in my top 15. I don't remember where I ranked it in my ranking video, but I'm a big fan of the purple on it. I'm a huge fan of purple, and I just kind of like the design of Power Rocket, honestly. It has kind of grown on me since Hot Wheels Unleashed because it's pretty solid of a car in Hot Wheels Unleashed too. But anyways, carded Power Rocket sold to a new buyer for $130 even, so thanks for that purchase. And next up, we sold a Highway 35 VHS 2-pack that came with the gold rimmed Roadrunner and a Muscle Tone, which is one of the uncommon cars in the Scorcher set. So this sold to a new buyer as well, I believe, for a grand total of $85 even. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And last but not least, we sold a big order of Acceleracers trading cards. It was 32 total cards, and they were almost all uncommons. So let's flip through them real quick. It was Vector Excellium, Sweepers, Vector Octanium, Torqued Flathead Fury, Proto Sharks, Hyper Battle Spec, Mechanoid Destroyer, RDO 5 version 2, Rolling Thunder, RDO 4 version 2, Torqued Hollowback, Hotwire, Cornering, RDO 6 version 2, Rev Matching, Wrecking Balls, Anthracite, Torqued Rolling Thunder, Hyper Spectite, Torqued Riveted, Big Trouble, Buckle Up, Jackhammer, Carbide, Torque Jaw Jammer, Shortcut, RDO 7 version 2, Reaction Time, Drifting, Folding Corners, RDO 4, and Vector Nitrogen to wrap it up. The grand total on this order was $94 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And it's kind of interesting, you know, when people buy like 30 cards at a time, like there's 240 cards in the set, so 30 cards is what, like an eighth of the set right there? So pretty solid. All right, guys, next up we sold a lot of 6 more near mint to mint Acceleracers cards, which were Vector Magnesium, Escher's World, one of the coolest card arts in the card game, Hyper Spectite, Lightning Barrage, another cool one. Is that the drone whip creamer? It might be, I'm actually not sure. Kamikaze Semis, and Hyper Drift Tech. The total on this order was $28 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. And then we had a buyer purchase a lot of 96 total unique Acceleracers cards that were all in played condition, varying from lightly played to heavily played. So it was, I think, like 16 Roams and Accelerachargers. It was like 12 shifts, 20 hazards, 20 mods, and I think 27 vehicle cards. And the same buyer also purchased a mint foil copy of the Desert Realm. Such a pretty card, honestly. So the total on this order with everything all together was right at $195 even. So thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. All right, guys, we had a whole bunch of sales over the weekend, so let's jump right into it. First things first, it was a lot of 3 loose mint cars, which were a CM6 RDO6, a CM5 Ratified, and a CM6 Drift Tech that had the orange wing spoiler variation. The total on this order was $33 even to a return buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we sold a lot of 4 loose lightly worn cars, which were once again an RDO6 and a Drift Tech, and then a CM6 Anthracite and a CM6 Blackwing Synchro, all minor scuffs and scratches, like I always say. Total on this order was $34 even to a new buyer, I believe, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And next up, we had yet another massive order of Acceleracers cards. So we actually sold the Accelerator starter deck set that I had listed on my page, which was 80 total near mint to mint cards. So basically, I believe this was a makeshift starter deck that I had put together because I have the starter deck card list from the actual Accelerator starter set. For those of you who don't know, it comes with the same 80 cards every single time. And I think I had like 67 out of the 80 cards in stock. So I put those 67 in, and then I swapped the other 13 out for other cards. Like, as you can see, the Warp Realm did not come in the starter set, but I think I was real low on one of the other Realm cards. It might have been the Junk Realm, so I just swapped in a Warp Realm. So we just made some minor substitutions here and there, but I made sure the cards were functionable with the deck. You know, I didn't put anything in there like a vehicle that the mod icon wouldn't have matched up with the other mods, because I want to make sure it's still seamless gameplay. So sold this starter deck set. I'll probably be listing 1 or 2 more of those before I start running real low on the Realm cards, and probably will hold off. But the same buyer also purchased 2 lots of 22 lightly played to heavily played cards, so another 44 played condition cards. So ton of Accelerators cards here. Total was like, what, 124 cards? Total on this order was $230 even to a new buyer, so thanks for that purchase. Hopefully you enjoy. And that is going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing all the items moving in and out of my eBay Accelerator store over the last couple months. Friday, we have a giveaway coming for 1,200 subs. Huge shout out to you guys again for getting us up to 1,200. And I don't think you'll be disappointed by what we're going to be giving away for 1,200 subs. And we have a sort of a cosmetic adjustment that we're going to be making by Friday, hopefully as well, behind us on the wall. So stay tuned for that, guys. And if you enjoyed, be sure to smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the Acceleracers Hub. Next stop is 1,300 subs. And I'll see you guys on Friday in the giveaway video. Peace out, guys.